Hello, welcome to India Today and a very special story called Sosouth, the new episode. And here we have a kind of a political storm. I am standing inside the Tamil Nadu Assembly, and that is why you have a large crowd behind us, because this is a place where there is always a storm, one kind or the other. And the similar way from the states of Kerala, Karnataka, Telangana and Andhra along with Tamil Nadu, my colleagues Abdul Bashir, Sagairaj, Anaga Keshav and Shibi Mol will bring the stories for the day. And to begin with, Shibi Mol, what do you have for today?
Controversy surrounding the hijab issue in Kerala doesn't seem to settle, with new reactions coming with the school management and the education department at loggerheads. We look in detail into that story. There's also a violation of a ritual at the iconic Parthasarathy temple in Aranmula in Pathanamthitta. These are the two stories that we're bringing from Kerala today.
Thank you, Shibi. And Anaga, Tamil Nadu being Tamil Nadu, what do you have for us today?
Well, Pramod, at the Tamil Nadu Assembly, where you're reporting from currently, there was a huge ruckus that broke out today between the Chief Minister and Leader of Opposition. The topic was on Vijay's Karur stampede, with the Chief Minister reminding the Leader of Opposition, saying that if I am responsible, for what happened in Karur, then are you responsible for what happened, in Thoothukudi, the kind of firing that we saw in Thoothukudi when EPS was in power. So that's the kind of ruckus that broke out. In fact, it was Minister Sivasankar who took up that issue, and the moment he took up that issue of what happened in Thoothukudi, there was nothing but full chaos that broke out in Tamil Nadu's assembly. So we will be bringing you more updates on what happened in the assembly and a bit about the Foxconn's mega investment here in Tamil Nadu and the kind of politics surrounding Foxconn's investment.
Thank you, Naga. Like I just said earlier, I have just survived a political storm. And going to the state of Telangana, Abdul Bashir, what do you have for us today?
Well, Pramod, we have a rave party shocker, a massive rave party shocker from Hyderabad outskirts, where high-profile people involved in this have been busted. Now, more details in this bulletin.
Thank you, Abdul. And Sagairaj from Karnataka, what do you have us for today?
Namaskara, Pramod. We have a war of words between Karnataka Congress versus BJP over RSS activities banned at government premises. And the second story about Google AI moving to Vizag, where the politics in Karnataka targeting the Karnataka Congress government.
Dhanyavadalu, Sagairaj. Actually, there is a competition between Karnataka and Tamil Nadu when it comes to the political Nataka. And finally, Apurva, thank you for joining us. What do you have for today?
Well, in fact, my colleague Sagai rightly said, the competition still goes on between Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh, but it definitely looks like Google has set up its banks here on the rivers and on the seaside of the coastal city of Vizag here in Andhra Pradesh. Politics does continue, but investments keep coming in for the state of Andhra. Pramod.
Thanks so much, Apurva. Well, let's begin with the state news for the state of Tamil Nadu. Well, I already said that I have survived a political storm, and that's what you see, the remnants behind me, a huge crowd. We have police, we have marshals, we have the MLAs and everybody standing behind me as the opposition leader, Edappadi Palaniswami, is addressing the press. And what happened today was a discussion over the Karur stampede, the unfortunate incident where 41 people died, including women and children. The leader of opposition wanted to raise it in the assembly. The chief minister gave an explanation as to what action has been done about the SIT, about the one-man commission. But the leader of opposition wanted to raise a certain amount of doubts, including why that location was designated and why autopsy was conducted so quickly as per the LOP. And he says that this has raised suspicion over the people's mind, for which the chief minister's immediate reply was perhaps the opposition leader is talking in such manner over getting alliance partners. That way he was mentioning about TVK, for which LOP also said certain things, and both had to be expunged from the Tamil Nadu Assembly proceedings. Not just that, things were going smoothly until the minister from DMK, Sivasankar, got up and said that if you say that the Chief Minister should be held responsible for Karur incident, isn't that the same logic that will fall on you for the Thoothukudi police firing incident where unfortunately 14 people were shot dead in broad daylight? That led to ruckus, that led to AIADMK MLAs sitting on the floor and protesting, for pushing the speaker to call in the marshals. But however, AIADMK has staged a walkout, and now that's what you see behind us. In fact, we have Anaga Keshav live with us. Thank you for joining us, Anaga. So what exactly happened inside the assembly? Why did this ruckus break out?
In fact, Pramod, it's a full day of drama that happened in Tamil Nadu's assemblies today. The Chief Minister was there listing out the sequence of events, in a very detailed way as to what exactly happened on that fateful day, the 26th, when Vijay was addressing a rally in Karur. What exactly happened? The Chief Minister was listing it out time by time in the, in the exact sequence of events. What it really looked like is that the government is really trying to pin the entire blame on TVK. The Chief Minister made one thing clear. The Chief Minister questioned Vijay, in fact tearing him apart, questioning as to why is it that you came late by so many hours. In fact, the permission, the Chief Minister says, was sought from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. But in the media bite that Vijay's close aide Busi Anand gave, he mentioned that Vijay would come at 12 o'clock. So when you've promised to show up at 12 o'clock, why is it that you managed to show up 7 hours later, is what the Chief Minister has questioned, calling it a completely unprecedented, tragic incident that has happened. So that's question number one that Chief Minister pulled up. Number two, the Chief Minister has also alleged that TVK was being unruly and not really obeying to what the Tamil Nadu Police Department was saying. The Chief Minister said that there was crowd surge in Namakkal, even more crowd surge in Karur, and when the convoy was travelling from Namakkal to Karur, the crowd from Namakkal tried to merge in with the crowd in Karur and thereby leading to the kind of chaos. The Chief Minister says that the police did try to handle that situation, but the organizers, that's the TVK, did not obey to what the Tamil Nadu police were saying. They went about going in their own direction, which led to the stampede situation, is what the Chief Minister is saying, thereby directly pointing fingers at TVK, clearly removing, removing the dirt off Tamil Nadu police and saying that it is because of the fact that Tamilnaga Vetri Kalagam did not listen to the government, did not listen to the instructions of police, why the situation has risen. That seemed to be the Chief Minister's stance. But the leader of opposition, Edappadi Palaniswami, had a completely different viewpoint. He has questioned the Chief Minister as to why is it that such an incident of this scale was even allowed to happen, thereby welcoming the move by the Supreme Court to hand over this case to CBI. And when Minister Sivasankar questioned as to how is it that we can pin the blame on, on the Chief Minister, so by going by this logic, should we point fingers at Edappadi Palaniswami for what happened in Thoothukudi? That seemed to have offended the leader of opposition, and thereby there was a huge chaos that broke out after that with with ADMK leaders sitting in on the floor and thereby staging a dramatic walkout.
Well, thank you so much, Anaga. I request you to stay back with us. As we speak, the political clouds are still lingering over my head in this assembly session as a leader of opposition, and all AIADMK MLAs who are wearing a black strap around your arm are still over here. As we speak, the proceedings are still continuing in the assembly, and the next big story, Tamil Nadu is still busy for the day, is about a source-based information that Tamil Nadu is planning. The Tamil Nadu government is planning to bring in a bill which for now is considered as ban Hindi bill, as this would bring a lot of restrictions over Hindi hoardings, Hindi boards, Hindi music, and also Hindi movies. Not just that, on the same day, DMK's mouthpiece, Murasoli, has slammed Vijay with a lot of scathing criticism over what happened exactly at Karur on 27th of September, the unfortunate day where 41 people died. Murasoli keeping Vijay as solely responsible for the issue, as a huge discussion also occurred inside the Tamil Nadu Assembly between the leader of opposition and the Chief Minister M.K. Stalin, side by side. This is also a very important development in the state. We also have Anaga Keshav once again with us. Anaga, what is this particular bill? Why at this time? And why is Murasoli targeting Vijay?
In fact, Pramod, what we are hearing from the sources in the government is that there's likely to be a ban on the Hindi language in the state. It's quite unprecedented because nowhere in India has a bill of this kind been implemented. So what we are hearing, but we may have to wait for this bill to really get tabled before making anything official. But remember, what we are saying is only based on what we are hearing from the government sources. They are saying that there is a possibility that Hindi films, Hindi banners, Hindi posters might face a ban in Tamil Nadu. In fact, yesterday the Chief Minister held an emergency meeting with his lawyers and his cabinet ministers to really discuss on this particular issue is what we believe. But however, we may have to wait for this to become official before commenting further, because what we are hearing is the political grapevine that we are hearing in the political circles. It's very likely that the bill might get tabled, but we may have to wait for official confirmation on this matter. Meanwhile, the BJP has also reacted on this matter by saying that the government is putting out such an information only so they can divert attention from the Foxconn embarrassment that the Tamil Nadu government is right now facing.
Thank you, Ranga. Do stay with us. And here's what the Netas had to say, the opposition parties, over this decision about DMK, purely source-based, but still, so we are waiting for, along with a lot of suspense on it.
The Tamil Nadu government is going to introduce a Hindi ban bill in Tamil Nadu. Is that a possibility? Is that possible?
We go by the constitution. We are not BJP. We will not do anything against the constitution like what BJP is doing. We will go by the constitution. Fundamental rights is Article 25 is a fundamental right which gives right to every citizen to follow any religion. But this BJP wants to make this country a Hindu country. So we don't follow such unruly things. Hindi is a language of India, and people from North India, when they come here, they speak in Hindi. They are Indians. We cannot stop any Indian from talking in their mother tongue. We respect mother tongue. That is why we wanted Tamil to be protected, preserved. That's all.
DMK's newspaper, Murasoli, has published an article today lashing out at Vijay by saying that he's someone who killed 41 people for publicity. What's your take on that, sir?
That is what we are telling right from the beginning. Now they say that we had obtained time from 3 o'clock to 7 o'clock. And all they are talking. My question is, why did the party announce that Vijay will address the gathering at 12 o'clock? And people were made to wait from 9 o'clock to 7 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning to 7 o'clock, without food and water in the scorching sun. Right. Yeah. That is why this has happened. And everybody, people with some sense know that if you make somebody stand in the sun without water and food, he will faint. Unfortunately, 41 people died because of the carelessness of Vijay fans. When somebody had fainted and fallen down, what a human being will do. These fans were watching him, kicking him, walking over him. They did not try to lift him, make him sit somewhere, give some water, try to give some water. Nothing they did. That is why this death.
Whenever the DMK has a lot of setbacks, when they are facing a major setback, they have the habit of using language as a tool to divert the attention. It is the same DMK which in several areas like the Harbour constituency in central Chennai use Hindi posters and pamphlets during elections to woo the voters from North India. They go to Bihar, they try to campaign, they try to get the attention of people elsewhere. But whenever they want to distract the people, they talk about Hindi as a medium to do that. So I think it's very absurd, it's very stupid. All languages should be respected. Tamil is our mother tongue and we should be giving predominance to that, but we can't expect that also from DMK because they don't have Tamil as their native tongue.
From the state of Tamil Nadu is involving Foxconn, a mobile phone network using various parts they produce. And what happened is that there were rumors for nearly 6 months that Tamil Nadu is going to sign a major deal with Foxconn. That is for 15,000 crores and creating 14,000 jobs. What happened is that this deal being constituted as a new deal has become an issue, as it was first raised by PMK leader Anbumari Ramadas, claiming that this is a fraudulent announcement made by Tamil Nadu government stating that Foxconn denied any kind of new deal on this. AIADMK also claims that many such fraudulent claims have been made by the Tamil Nadu government, and so is BJP. Now, reacting to all this, TRB Raja, the industrial minister, says that this was a deal that was on the pipeline for quite a lot of months. So that's the reason it cannot be considered as a new deal. However, the very important aspect is that 15,000 crores worth of investment and 14,000 jobs have to be created. But at the same time, he says that Netas should worry or think about the geopolitical situation that is prevailing now. Perhaps he's talking about President Trump and the tariff war. Along with that, he said that this is a sabotage attempt by the opposition, not able to accept the development or such a kind of achievement by the DMK government. But here's what the opposition netas had to say.
See, yesterday there was a meeting with Foxconn. Our Chief Minister and Industries Minister had spoken. There were certain plans, and that plan, the amount of investment and the chances for employment of so many people was announced by the minister. And Foxconn had held a discussion with the Chief Minister in the Secretariat, and thus that photos have come up in newspapers. So, they don't want to accept anything good to Tamil Nadu. That is BJP, along with them is their stooge, PMK, and Bumani. They say they don't want any good thing to happen to Tamil Nadu. Foxconn has already is holding discussion with the government, state government, which means they are going to invest. How can they say that it is false? It is going to happen. Let them wait and see.
Foxconn has refused the claim by the Tamil Nadu government. It's such a shame. M.K. Stalin and his minister should hang their head in shame for lying to the people of Tamil Nadu. Last year in 2024, there was a global investors meet wherein this DMK government boasted that it has attracted 6,64,000 worth of investments, and after which there were abroad trips to US. Again, a claim of some investments is flowing as there. But Foxconn announced that 3,500 crore investment in Telangana. DMK and the entire cabinet stands exposed. All their achievements are fake, lies and farce.
The clarification given by Foxconn yesterday clearly exposes the fact that there is a lot of discrepancy in terms of the fresh investments which are coming into Tamil Nadu. They had promised a large investment from Mitosumi from Japan. They had promised a lot of 15,000 crore investment from Semcorp from Singapore. But Semcorp has now moved to Gujarat. So Tamil Nadu as a state is losing out to states like Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Andhra, which are all very silently bringing in investment, whereas Tamil Nadu is only doing chest thumping with false numbers and figures. The Industries Minister has also got into the habit of lying from their leader, and they're trying to manipulate people into believing that there's actual development.
We have Anaga Keshav once again live with us. Anaga, what is this new confusion over Foxconn? Because on one side, opposition claims that this is to be a false announcement, but the DMK government still says that a deal has been signed and 14,000 jobs have been secured.
Well, it is true that Foxconn's India representative did meet with Chief Minister Stalin, along with Industries Minister TRB Raja and his bunch of, officers who are responsible for this deal coming to fruition. But however, on the operational rollout and completion, there is still a lot of questions. While the DMK government says that the investment is worth up to 15,000 crores and that jobs running up to 14,000 engineering jobs will be created in this space, there is still a lot of question as to when is it that this operation will be completed, whether this is regarding the manufacture of EV batteries or whether this is an extension of the already existing facility, the iPhone facility in Sriperumbudur. So a lot of questions are still unanswered. In fact, the announcement that the Tamil Nadu government was also pretty vague. They only said that this is a 15,000 crore worth investment creating 14,000 jobs, but no such mention about when we can expect the operations to come into fruition, when these these jobs will be created? Which sector exactly is this investment going to be in? So a lot of questions are still unanswered. So it looks like the opposition parties here in Tamil Nadu have cashed in on this ambiguity by saying that when Foxconn itself has stated that this is not really a new announcement, why is the government doing chest thumping and announcing it as if it is a fresh investment that's coming in? That's the kind of lashing out that we are hearing from the opposition parties by calling it a complete hoax and a lie. But the DMK government has promised to the people by saying that the Foxconn investment is going to come into fruition in Tamil Nadu, but when, that is still a question mark. It could be this year or next year. That the timeline is still a question mark that the DMK government should answer.
Yes, Naga. Well, thank you so much for the updates. And for more stories from the state of Kerala, let's go to Shibi Mall.
Thank you, Pramod. Well, the controversy surrounding the hijab doesn't seem to settle in Kerala. It all began, as we know, when a class 8 student said that she wants to wear hijab to a Catholic school in Kochi, with now Education Minister V. Shivankuti hitting out at the management, saying that there were serious lapses on the part of the management. The investigative report submitted by the DD, the Deputy Director of Education, says that the management expelled the student and it caused mental distress to the student. It is also a violation of the Right to Education Act and also questioned the fundamental right of a citizen of this country to follow his or her religion. Now, Education Minister V. Shivankuti said that the school should allow the child to wear hijab and the color and the design can be decided by the school management. Now, remember, this is coming after the Congress MP from the constituency, I.B. Heeden, held a meeting with the management and the parent, and it was announced that the parents have agreed to send the child to the school following all the rules and guidelines, which means the child was ready to attend classes without wearing the hijab. Now, the school management is hit out at the Education Minister, saying that whatever that report he talks about is factually incorrect, as the child is still very much a part of the school, the child is still a student of the school, and it was very amicably solved between the school management and the parent. The school management also spoke about the 2018 Kerala High Court order, which says that anything related to rules and regulations, anything related to uniform is solely the responsibility of the school management and administration. And the school management clarifies that they will uphold the High Court order and go ahead with that decision to stand by the rules and regulations of the management. Listen to the reactions.
വിദ്യാർത്ഥിനിയെ ശിരോവസ്ത്രം ധരിച്ചതിൻ്റെ പേരിൽ ക്ലാസ്സിൽ നിന്ന് പുറത്താക്കിയത് ഗുരുതരമായ കൃത്യവിലോപവും വിദ്യാഭ്യാസ അവകാശ നിയമത്തിൻ്റെ ലംഘനവുമാണ്. സംഭവത്തിൻ്റെ അടിസ്ഥാനത്തിൽ വിദ്യാർത്ഥിനിക്ക് മതവിശ്വാസത്തിൻ്റെ ഭാഗമായ ശിരോവസ്ത്രം ധരിച്ച് സ്കൂളിൽ തുടർ പഠനം നടത്താൻ സ്കൂൾ അനുമതി നൽകണം. റിപ്പോർട്ടിൽ പറയുന്ന കാര്യമാണ്.
കുട്ടിയുടെ പിതാവ് അനസ് തന്നെ മുന്നോട്ട് വന്നിട്ടുള്ളത് ഈ സ്കൂളിന്റെ നിയമാവലികൾ പാലിച്ചുകൊണ്ട് ഈ സ്കൂളിൽ തന്റെ മകളുടെ വിദ്യാഭ്യാസം കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്യാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. അത് തന്നെ നമ്മുടെ സമൂഹത്തിൽ നൽകാവുന്ന ഏറ്റവും വലിയ മതേതരത്വത്തിന്റെ ഒരു വലിയ സന്ദേശമാണ്. ഞാൻ നേരത്തെ പറഞ്ഞല്ലോ, അനാവശ്യമായ സാമൂഹ്യ മാധ്യമങ്ങളിലൂടെ വർഗീയ ഭിന്നിപ്പുണ്ടാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി ശ്രമിക്കുന്ന ഒരുപറ്റം ആളുകൾ. വ്യക്തിപരമായി എനിക്കെതിരെ നടക്കുന്നത് കുഴപ്പമില്ല, അത് ഞാൻ കൈകാര്യം ചെയ്തോളാം. പക്ഷേ നമ്മുടെ സമൂഹത്തെ വേർതിരിക്കാൻ ശ്രമിക്കുന്നത് ഒരു കാരണവശാലും അംഗീകരിക്കാൻ സാധിക്കില്ല. പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട സിസ്റ്റേഴ്സ് എല്ലാം എഇയോടെയും ഡിഒയുടെ ഒക്കെ കോൺഫറൻസിൽ പങ്കെടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, അവരെ കാണാൻ സാധിക്കില്ല. ബാക്കി എല്ലാ ആളുകളെയും കണ്ടു. അനസ് കുട്ടിയുടെ പിതാവ് ആയിട്ട് സംസാരിച്ചു. അവരെല്ലാം ഈ ഒരു വിഷയത്തിൽ ഒരു സെൻസിറ്റീവായ ഒരു രീതിയിലുമുള്ള കമന്റുകളോ ഇടപെടലുകളോ നടത്താൻ ഉദ്ദേശിക്കുന്നില്ല. അതുകൊണ്ട് തന്നെ അവരുടെ സ്വമേധയായിട്ടുള്ള
Well, we have breaking news coming in after the chief priest of the Sri Parthasarathi temple has written a letter to the Travancore Devasam Board, saying that there was a violation of a ritual on the Ashtami Rohini day during the Valla Sadhya, ceremony. Now, the controversy is that the chief priest of the temple is alleging that the sadhya, which is a feast that's usually served to the deity first, was served to the Minister for Devasam, V.N. Vasavan, which is a violation of the ritual. Now, the Aranmula Vallasadhya is a very iconic event which is attended by devotees from across the state on that particular day. Now, the chief priest has written this letter to the Travancore Devasam board saying that a mistake was conducted. It's humanly to conduct mistakes, which is fine, but this needs to be corrected. There should be many steps taken to correct this mistake, and there should be few rituals conducted by the organizing committee and the Travancore Devasam board at the Sri Parthasarathi temple to rectify this mistake, and also take a note to ensure that such mistakes do not happen. Now, remember, the Sabarimala controversy is ongoing, and amid that, this is another setback for the state government, saying that a secular sacred ritual like this was violated by the minister present there. Listen to what the chief priest said about the incident.
സാധാരണഗതിയിൽ ക്ഷേത്രങ്ങളിൽ നടക്കുന്ന ഒരു സദ്യ അല്ല, എന്താ പറയുക, പ്രസാദമൂട്ട്, അന്നദാനം എന്നൊക്കെ പറയുന്ന ആ ഒരു പരിഭാഷ്യമല്ല ആറന്മുളയിലെ അഷ്ടമരോഹിണി ദിനത്തിൽ നടക്കുന്നത്. അതിന് ദേവനുമായിട്ട് അഭേദ്യമായ ബന്ധമാണുള്ളത്. പടിത്തര പ്രകാരം വ്യവസ്ഥ ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള നടപടിക്രമങ്ങളിലെ ഒരു വിശേഷ ചടങ്ങാണ് അഷ്ടമരോഹിണി ദിനത്തിലെ ആ ദേവൻ്റെ ആ സദ്യ. അന്ന് സാധാരണഗതിയിൽ നടന്നു വരുന്നത് ദേവൻ്റെ ഉച്ചപൂജയുടെ അമൃതത്വം കഴിഞ്ഞ് അതായത് ഉച്ചപൂജയ്ക്ക് ശേഷം തന്ത്രിയും മേൽശാന്തിയും കൂടി ശ്രീലകത്ത് നിന്ന് വിളക്ക് കൊളുത്തി ദേവൻ്റെ സാന്നിധ്യം ആ വിളക്കിലൂടെ നിർദ്ദിഷ്ട സ്ഥലത്ത് വെച്ചിട്ടുള്ള വിളക്കിലേക്ക് ഈ അകത്തു നിന്നുള്ള ഈ ദീപം പകർന്ന് തിരുവാറന്മുളയപ്പൻ്റെ സാന്നിധ്യം അവിടെ ഉറപ്പുവരുത്തുക. തുടർന്നാണ് കൂട്ടുപുരയിൽ വെച്ചുണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ടുള്ളത്.
Well, that's all we have from this segment in Kerala. Over to my colleague Sagai Raj, who will bring you all the top stories that making headlines in the state of Karnataka.
Thank you, Shivimol. Karnataka Congress versus BJP war of words over RSS activities ban has snowballed into a political controversy. Karnataka Minister Priyank Karge now claims threats and abuses to him on social media and phone calls. BJP meanwhile continues to slam Congress. Priyank Karge claims he has been getting death threats and abuses over phone and social media. He even put out a video where a man can be heard hurling abuses and Priyank confronting the caller. BJP meanwhile continued to mount attack on Congress, alleging that Priyank Karge was only making up threats and that it was a mere publicity stunt, gained some brownie points to impress the High Command.
RSS ಶಾಖಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪದಗಳನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇದು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಾವೇ ಗಮನಿಸಿ. ಮತ್ತು ಹೇಳ್ದಂಗೆ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆಯಿಂದ ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಕರೆಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ತಾವೇ ಕೇಳಿ ಹೇಗೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ. तू कौन है? तेरा जूता औलाद निकला है ना इंडिया में. हाँ? क्या प्रॉब्लम क्या है तुम्हारा? प्रॉब्लम क्या है तुम्हारा?
अरे इसके बारे में तो बोलने का तेरी औकात है?
तेरी औकात है क्या?
हाँ, अब मेरी औकात है. मैं RSS का जुड़ा हुआ. मेरे RSS जो है ना 100 साल के. ये प्रियंका जो है ना, तो अभी पैदा हुआ है 30, 35, 40 साल तेरा उम्र हुआ है. हाँ, तेरे बाप को बोलने को नहीं आता. राहुल गांधी को वो प्रियंका गांधी बोलता है. हाँ,
यही सीख है क्या? ये सब जो गाली, एक मिनट सुनो, ये सब जो गाली बक, this is the kind of abusive language they use. This is the kind of threats they do if we are against them or their philosophy. The BJP leaders have to answer. Why am I answering these things? Because very clearly in the audio he says that मैं RSS से धुला हूँ. That means he is completely immersed in the ideology of RSS. Hundreds of complaints I can file. Who is going to be harassed? The person who is called. But what about the people who have radicalized his mind, who have poisoned his mind? They are still going to be scot-free.
I have asked our people, department people, to examine it and find out who has
done that. And the source and the person will identify and take action accordingly.
Mr. Priyanka Karye is a stunt master. He is always doing extracurricular activities than his ministerial position. And now he is claiming after issuing a letter to ban RSS, there are many threat calls to me. But this is totally baseless, and it is a just an allegation as a publicity stunt.
Breaking news coming in. Biocon's chief Kiran Mazumdar-Shaw hits back at DK Shivakumar. Shaw demands that all she needs is a garbage clearance, and she has also asked civic body must do its duty and also asked the government to hold civic body responsible for all the mess up in the city. And she has also, and meanwhile DK Shivakumar has hit out at us saying that don't tear down Bengaluru, rather build up. In a major setback for Karnataka, tech giant Google announced an investment of $15 billion to build an AI infrastructure hub in Andhra Pradesh. The project marks Google's largest ever investment in India. JDS has accused the Congress government losing a golden opportunity. JDS alleged that Bengaluru's image as India's Silicon City had suffered badly under the Siddaramaiah-led government. JDS also said that it was a massive blow to the state. BJP meanwhile said that the Bengaluru had lost on Google AI project merely because of Karnataka government's negligence. Andhra Pradesh has bagged its biggest project yet, with Google's first ever AI hub being set up in Visakhapatnam. This is a game changer deal for Andhra Pradesh because the MOU is to establish a massive AI power data center in Visakhapatnam with an investment of rupees 87,520 crore rupees.
All this is a continuous process. When there is some damage happens in the road, then that will be repaired. And repair work has already been taken. Our Deputy Chief Minister, who is in charge of the Bangalore city, has already allocated funds, and he has been going around the city, and he himself personally looking after those repairs and other things. So, while this is happening, it's not appropriate to comment or criticize that government is not doing anything.
Kiran Mazumdar ji has criticized the government for its failure to maintain the roads in the Bangalore city. After the rain, in the potholes, the water is standing still, so that we can see the face of ministers and this government face in that pothole waters. That is the situation in Bangalore. I saw that 1,50,000 crore rupee AI project went to Andhra Pradesh because of this failure of this Congress government in Karnataka.
That's all from Karnataka. Let us go to our neighbouring state where Apurva Jayachandran will bring more details on Google AI project in Visakhapatnam.
As you rightly mentioned, manchi rojulu vastunayi Andhra Pradesh ki, just like the AI MOU has been signed with Google in Visakhapatnam here in the coastal city of Andhra Pradesh. In fact, over $15 billion worth of investments are coming into the coastal city of Andhra Pradesh as well. This MOU had been signed just yesterday, and just as the MOU had been signed, there's been a political slugfest that has ensued between other states as well, including our neighboring state of Karnataka, where several several leaders have also pointed out on the loss that the state of Karnataka has taken. But more importantly, Google has now said that they will not only invest here, this is going to be one of the largest hub that of AI hub that Google will be investing in outside of US and especially in the coastal town of Andhra Pradesh here in Visakhapatnam. In fact, Andhra Pradesh IT Minister Nara Lokesh has also reacted on this, talking on the political slugfest that is ongoing, saying that it is, rather on commenting on investments that are coming into the state, focus on fixing the problems internally, be it, infrastructure or any other else problems that your citizens have cited, is what IT Minister Nara Lokesh has, slammed other leaders who have dragged on the investments that have come into Andhra Pradesh, going ahead and saying that investments into Andhra Pradesh have come because of Andhra Pradesh's speed of doing business. Listening.
With other states, it's not a political slugfest. When states compete, India wins. I know for a matter of fact that many states competed with Google on this investment. So with a lot of clarity, thought we are competing with other states. If they are inefficient, what can I do? If their own industrialists are saying that the infrastructure is bad, there's severe power cuts, and they themselves are saying that, then they should first focus on attending to those problems rather than taking on me on Twitter. I'm not here for a Twitter war. I'm here to attract investments for my state, and I'll work exceptionally hard for it. And I believe there's nothing wrong in competition. Yes, we are going to compete with other states. It's not a political slugfest. When states compete, India wins. I know for a matter of fact that many states competed with Google on this investment. So with a lot of clarity, thought we are competing with other states. If they are inefficient, what can I do? If their own industrialists are saying that the infrastructure is bad, there's severe power cuts, and they themselves are saying that, then they should first focus on attending to those problems rather than taking on me on Twitter. I'm not here for a Twitter war. I'm here to attract investments for my state, and I'll work exceptionally hard for it. And I believe there's nothing wrong in
Well, there you heard Andhra Pradesh IT Minister there, Nara Lokesh, setting records straight on the AI tech hub that is going to set up its shop here in the coastal town of Andhra Pradesh, saying others that fix your problems first, later on come for a political slugfest. That's all from the state of Andhra Pradesh. Going back to you, Pramod.
Thank you so much, Apurva Jayachandran. And these are the important stories and updates from the states of Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra and Telangana. And I thank my colleagues Abdul Bashir, Apurva Jayachandran, Anaga Keshav, Sagar Raj and Shibi Mol. Thank you for watching. Keep watching it.